Canon Law 276, very important canon law. I actually got talked to by one of the bishops because I didn't follow it too well, I guess you could say. That's what this video is about, Canon Law 276. Today's video is about Canon Law 276. It's a very important one. As I said in the intro, it's one you should take very seriously. And it's one that I actually got talked to by the bishop about a year ago. So here's how it went down. Canon Law 276 is all about retreats. So priests, deacons, you need to take a retreat at least annually or biannually. And it's up to the bishop. So ours is once a year. And I was been ordained for 10 years now. And for the first 7 years, I did really, really well going on retreats every year. And what a blessing. Then it got a little busy. That's my excuse. I was doing the retreats that I usually went on during the year were always at the same time. But then I started getting involved more with the youth in our archdiocese. So I was doing a lot of retreats, extreme faith camps, going for 10 days, bus trips down to Steubenville retreats and doing other retreats as well. So it all fell at the same time. That's my excuse, and I guess I'm going to stick to it. So about a year ago, I was at a gathering, and I was talking with the bishop. And he said he just got back from a retreat. He was telling me a little bit about it, and I don't know if it's good or bad that I said this, but I said, that sounds wonderful, Bishop. It's been a couple years since I've been on a retreat. And he just paused, looked at me, and said, you know, Deacon, he was getting all serious, you know, Deacon, you're supposed to take a retreat every year. Well, I told him the story that I just told you, and it's not a good excuse. And he's right, it wasn't. So, fast forward. We come to a year, and I'm ready to go on a retreat, but COVID hit, so everything's canceled. So now I'm thinking, what do I do? So I found one called Pacem Terris in St. Francis, Minnesota, like a Hermitage silent retreat. I've got some video I'll show towards the end of it, of this video, kind of what it was like for me in the building I was in, things like that. It was awesome, and I'm very grateful that the bishop told me I need to go on it. He didn't get mad, but he did what he needed to do. So, to all of you deacons, or soon to be deacons, or those discerning to be deacons, remember Canon Law 276. You need to go on a retreat. And so if you think you're just too busy for it, that's when you need to go for sure. That was the excuse I used. And when I went on this retreat, I got there. So, during the election. So I went the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday during the election. So no phone, no computer, turned it all off, put it aside, walked into the Hermitage, and I sat down, and I didn't know how bad I needed it because tears just started to come down my eyes. What a blessing it was to be there. What a blessing it was just to be silent. But of course, it took me a little bit to get into that. So what I did for the first few hours, I walked the grounds. I think they said roughly 3 miles worth of trails. Well, I walked them a couple times. Got to see all of it. And I actually caught myself towards the end of those first couple hours, realizing how fast I was walking. And I made myself just slow down. And once I did that, I think I then started entering in to prayer. I got the anxiety, I got the nervousness, I got the restlessness out of the way. And then I was able to just sit and be quiet. Do Lectio Divina, which was awesome. To do Liturgy of the Hour slowly, instead of sometimes, as we sometimes do, go really fast. But truly just entering into prayer. And then that second day, I really slowed down. I got up before the sun came up. And remember, this Hermitage, though, didn't have any running water, any electricity. So when it got dark, it was dark. You know, what was it, like 6 o'clock then? It's dark. Sunrise early, so I was going to bed earlier than I ever would. I didn't even know what time it was. Go to bed, wake up before the sun even comes out, but I was awake, so I just got up and I watched the sunrise. Man, it was awesome, wonderful. It filled me back up. I didn't know how empty I was. I guess I was running on fumes. Then the election happened. Still didn't care because I was still in retreat. I did vote early. Wednesday, finished up the retreat. When I turned on my phone for the first time, you know, I own a business. That phone just went off. The alerts, the text messages, the messages on the phone, it just wouldn't stop. I literally turned on, started hearing it, just put it down, finished packing the car up, came back to it, then I just got back into the world. And the amazing thing was, the world was still spinning. It went on without me. Amazing, huh? And it will without you as well. So if you're watching this, and if you haven't gone on a retreat for a while, go. First of all, it's Canon Law. You need to go. So go. If you're trying to figure out where, try Pacem and Terris in St. Francis, Minnesota. See if you can get into that. You need to go. Please go. We can't do anything without truly filling ourselves back up so that we can serve those that God put in front of us. So, I hope this was helpful. It was for me going on retreat. Thank you, Bishop, for being stern with me to remind me that I needed to go. So till next time, God bless you. Keep praying and keep serving.